Roman Reigns has established himself as this generation's GOAT, and that is simply just a fact. Hogan was the GOAT of the 80s, Austin and Rock were on top during the Attitude Era, John Cena was the face of the franchise for not one, but two separate eras, and Roman Reigns has become the GOAT of the last 6 or maybe 7 years. With that being said, I thought it would be the perfect time to make a video ranking his character's run and the evolution of it. From 2012 through 2014, there's the Shield Roman Reigns. We saw Sufferin Succotash Roman from 2014 through 2015. The Big Dawg was a thing that started in 2016 and ended in 2018. SmackDown Reigns was next from 2019 up until the pandemic, and we are currently on the Tribal Chief / the head of the table, Roman Reigns, that lasted from 2020 until now. Now that you're all caught up, let's jump right into the worst version of Roman Reigns. I'm sure you aren't surprised that Sufferin Succotash Roman Reigns came in dead last. He was actually horrendous during this time period, and it's kind of funny when you look back. It makes sense why the fans rejected his push to the top. Roman Reigns did not have it at the time. Without Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose to hide his flaws, we got a good look at a professional wrestler who just wasn't ready to be a singles competitor, especially at the top of the mountain. This was a tough time for Roman Reigns. Despite receiving a negative reaction from the crowd and being underdeveloped, Vince still wanted to make him the #1 guy, and it felt very inorganic because of that reason. Roman Reigns was met with one of the worst crowd reactions at the Royal Rumble in 2015. Even The Rock coming out to save him could not get a positive reaction. This victory single-handedly ruined his career for some time. The match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31 was great stuff, but other than that, this run was kind of ass. Roman Reigns did win one world championship during this run, but nobody cared. If you would have told me that this man would become the GOAT of this generation at this time, I would have laughed in your face, but I suppose with practice, you can accomplish anything. The next version of Roman Reigns that is near the bottom of this ranking is SmackDown Reigns. When he got drafted to SmackDown Live in the beginning of 2019, we saw a slight shift in his character for the first time in a really long time. Roman Reigns wasn't the babyface we were used to anymore. He became kind of a tweener who had a more badass presence. Because his run on Raw was so atrocious, I guess that Vince McMahon wanted to send him to the blue brand with a new personality, and honestly, it was working at first. Roman Reigns was not getting the same hate he was getting prior to this run. The fans were actually beginning to like him, and that also applies to social media. I remember seeing tweets of people praising his work and his character development, saying that it seems like WWE is changing his character for the good. It also helped that he put on some good matches, such as his tag team match with The Undertaker, his match against Buddy Murphy, or his tag team match with Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. This version of Roman Reigns was pretty decent, but it was extremely forgettable because, like, honestly, it just happened and you kind of forgot about it. WWE was very busy focusing on Seth Rollins, The Fiend, Becky Lynch, Brock Lesnar, and Kofi Kingston that Roman Reigns sort of just became an afterthought. Even though this was a lackluster run, it's still so much better than Sufferin Succotash. That's still the worst, alright? Now we're getting to the good stuff, and that good stuff includes Roman Reigns during his time with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, aka The Shield. The Shield was one of the best things to happen to WWE in 2012. When the product was so dry, we needed something to spice things up, and The Shield was that something. I'm not sure if it's nostalgia playing a big factor, but I feel like The Shield were pretty fucking cool. They just showed up and kicked some ass. The good old times. Roman Reigns was the big man of the group, and I always found it funny that he was given that role considering that he wasn't ever that much bigger than Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose. Like, if you really compare them, they're kind of the same height. But anyways, during this time, we saw many great 6-man tag team matches. Roman Reigns proved that he was a very good in-ring competitor. With Seth Rollins by his side, the two even won tag team gold. I remember at the 2014 Royal Rumble, the fans were begging for him to win and eliminate Batista. Of course, that did not happen, but it just shows you how likable he was with the group. The only reason that he doesn't rank higher on this list for me is because it was a group and, you know, he didn't have any singles work or those big time singles matches or main events. Also, when you have Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose next to you when you're not ready, it kind of makes you look like the weak link. Don't get me wrong, it was still good work, but it was not his best. I might get some heat for putting the Big Dawg at the number 2 spot on this list, but it needed to be done. I don't care how much I despise Roman Reigns from the year 2016 all the way through 2018, but that version of him is definitely goated. This man literally rocked everyone's favorites in every match and main evented WrestleMania after WrestleMania. We would boo this man, but it didn't matter. He came out, he won the matches, and he took care of business. The program with Triple H was really good stuff. He even gave The Undertaker his second loss at WrestleMania. That is a monumental thing. And the next night when he showed up to Raw to talk about it, he received one of the most negative reactions I've ever seen. Roman Reigns then said only 5 words and deadass walked out. That was some GOAT level shit. It was honestly so much fun to hate him throughout this time. Roman Reigns was the biggest heel without even being a heel. Like, how do you even do that, my guy? It kind of reminded me of John Cena when he was rejected and hated all throughout his 2008 through 2016 run. But honestly, it was fun to hate him. It's all about getting a reaction out of the fans, and I had a lot of fun and I gave him that reaction. So the Big Dawg has got to be at this number 2 spot because he got some great reactions from the crowd. And the best Roman Reigns is definitely the current Roman Reigns, aka the Tribal Chief, aka the head of the table, aka God Mode Roman, aka the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. When he returned in 2020, I don't think anybody expected him to come back as a heel. It was a bold and risky move, but it paid off. Roman Reigns went on to have the best run of his career, changing the trajectory of his career. The feud with Jey Uso might be some of the best storytelling that we've seen on WWE TV programming ever. The emotions they pulled out for their story was next level stuff, and it should be studied by all future professional wrestlers. The dominance he displayed is unheard of. It's even hard to picture anyone defeating Roman Reigns right now at this point because we haven't seen him lose in such a long time. And for the first time in his career, he is being acknowledged by the fans. Roman Reigns is getting the love that he should have gotten years ago. It does suck that he's a part-timer, especially when he's got both world title belts, but he's so good that I can't be mad at him because when he comes on TV, it is good stuff. He's even elevated his family so much throughout this storyline. The Usos feel like bigger stars. Solo is getting really good exposure, and Sami Zayn is thriving right now. This is hands down the best version of Roman Reigns, and it's not even close. Anyways, that is it for the video. That is my list. Let me know yours in the comments below. I'd love to see your favorite Roman Reigns, but honestly, I'm guessing that the current Tribal Chief is your favorite Roman Reigns. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.